Do that.
There we go.
We're good to go now.
So
Um,
let me just state it's August the 7th of 2024. On the call with my great business partner, Gunnar Hudson, and we're going to discuss our plan. We're all very excited about this business, and we're just starting out with multifamily mindset. So, yeah, so I've got a couple of wins today, which I'd like to share with you. Well, how about you start us off, Gunnar, and tell us what's
you want,
yeah,
I'll start with my daily win. So
yeah.
today on the multifamily side, I spoke with a broker and I tracked down a couple properties and got some ideas with them. I had done a little bit of underwriting on those, just getting some ideas together on those. And on the construction business, I've called I think roughly 35 or 40 general contractors trying to
Oh,
earn their business
wow.
today.
Oh,
So
that's a good number of calls. Yeah,
and we've had I've got about 5 of them that have panned out to it's probably gonna turn into a good opportunity, so we're gonna try to chase those down. So, what
very
about
good.
yours? I'm interested to hear
Well,
yours.
before, yeah, definitely. Getting to mine exciting. So I'm impressed with those numbers. So it proves to me, Gunnar, that you're not frightened of the phone, right? You made
Uh,
40 plus calls and had good 5 conversations. That's wonderful.
I'll tell you first off, I am afraid of the phone.
Yeah,
I am. I don't like it, but you gotta get over it and you gotta do it, and
that's
that's just
right.
part of the business.
That's right.
That's the
And
I wanna share.
each day is a win if you climb out of your comfort zone. And so, I one of my wins is I've got to day four, the end of day four on the training. I'm not sure how
And
far you've got. Yeah,
that's quick.
yeah. So, and I've the other wins are I wrote out my 5 year goals. Um, with that exercise, which was a really good exercise. I wrote a good story. Um,
Good deal.
and I think tomorrow what I might do is I might put it on video. I might tell a story on video, my goals and what
And
I'm doing. And then I filled out the target goals, where you do the major progress points and the pivotal actions.
mhm.
I filled out one, two, three, three of those, the 2 sheets, commitments and signed it. And what we'll do by achieving these goals. One of the goals is writing a book, by the way, another book, but a decent sized book this time.
Gotcha.
I bet you
I'm
read that my book in about 5 minutes, right? It's only 26 pages.
oh Lord.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
right. I'm looking forward to reading the next book.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So I got that done, and I'm just working on the routine. The morning, got that routine down in the evening. This morning, I had an extremely good call with a guy who's been working this business for over 20 years, in fact. And he's talked to a lot of people in Pace's group, network group, and he's largely been disappointed in what he's come across. He's done
Really?
a lot of business, but he said our call was amazing. He had
Well,
an
good.
amazing call. Yeah, he said, "Oh, I can see you know what you're talking about, and I'm definitely interested in doing multifamily." He said, and he booked another call with me on Monday,
Yeah.
and we're going to strategize. He's got several multifamily deals which he's kind of turned down with others because he hasn't been able to put the deal together.
To put them
So he
together.
said, "It sounds like you could put it together." So
That's
I'm kind of nervous. I didn't tell him we just started, but but I think that
good.
it's pretty exciting.
Good.
Um, he was on the call with another guy, so there are two of them and they're partners. So it sounds very promising. He's networked a lot,
Yeah.
so that's a very good lead.
Good deal.
Yeah,
At we need to cultivate that relationship, especially if he's. So what does he do? Is he an investor or
yeah,
is he an
yeah.
active operator? Or
Yeah, he is. He's an investor. He finds capital, and he funds smaller deals generally. But he said he's done a few larger multifamilies, but mainly it's smaller multifamilies and single families and flips and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Gotcha.
he's got a good network and he's well connected. So he
That's
wants to play in our pond, as it were, where
good.
the bigger money is. And he was excited about all that I told him, and it's amazing how much is like got into my I've absorbed because it just came tumbling out
Yeah.
what we look for in multifamilies and all the metrics, and I told them
And
how
you,
it worked, the GP and the LP side, and so it was
that's
really
great.
good. Yeah, he could
That's
tell
what,
I had a lot of confidence, and
right.
I think that's a big play in the game is the confidence, and he just really enjoyed talking to me. So
Good.
I,
That's
I
what
came
we're after right there.
came away thrilled. It was over an hour long. In fact, my Zoom ran out, and he said, "Oh, I'll send you a Google Meet because you can't get back in Zoom when you run out."
Gotcha. So you have to do a
So
meet.
yeah, so we did a Google Meet. So it was actually two calls we had back to back, and went over everything. He was really impressed.
Well,
So
that's wonderful.
yeah,
Um, and that's what I've been thinking is just what I've started doing is I've got a list and I'm just breaking down all the different. Which I'm a little bit. I think I'm a little bit further ahead of you in the program, which
okay,
just because I've got a head start on you.
right,
Um,
right. I'll
and
catch up.
you'll catch up quickly.
I'm catching up with you. Yeah.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. And I hope we do. But so
Yeah.
I got on there and what it is, they've got it's a little spreadsheet and it's your team and all the different roles that you need to put together and stuff. And I've been working through that and looking through what roles me and you can fill and what who we can bring in and how what would be best for us. And I think we definitely like on the capital raising side, which this is just all I'm just open thoughts. I'm just putting this out there because I met with one of the guys that was a strategist. Brian was his name at the class, and
Yeah.
that's what he does full time. And I talked to him about that, and I got his information. I wanted to get with him. So my thinking is, and this is just an idea, we can have our investor base in whatever our joint venture, right? We can have our investor base, and we can become acquisition guys, and
Mm.
just, I mean, both of us work together solely acquisitions and raising a little bit of capital. So if we need bigger capital, we can, give away some equity in the deal, but for somebody to bring in a lot more money if we need them to. Now,
Yeah.
I, you might, what I've got up here, I don't have nowhere near the amount of money that we could get a hold of. I mean, I have quite a bit that would be helpful in our deal, but I just I was going to check with you how on soft commitments. Where are we at? Because that's what I was wanting to get together for brokers and stuff. What do we need to have on soft commitments and what unit range are we looking at and stuff like that.
Yeah, right, right. And that's going to depend on the deal because, of course, with if we can get a loan, that's 70 to 80% of the
Right.
purchase price. And then depending on what the acquisition cost is, then we'll know then how much capital to raise.
Right.
The one I was looking at, I don't think we'd need to raise any capital apart from
Gotcha.
probably closing costs because um, the owner was willing to carry 80% of the loan.
Really?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to. So what's? I mean, that sounds like something we need to look into. What did you follow up on that one?
I haven't had time all day, but I will be. Because that one looks like we don't need. Maybe
Yeah.
we need one or two LPs, but not much. I
Right.
mean, we'd need what we would need is the earnest money, which is 1 to 3%. And
Okay.
then we'd need the closing costs. And
The
that's
attorney fees.
acquisition fee,
Yeah.
5% plus all the other costs. So there is quite a bit of cost there.
Right.
So it would be nice to have a maybe, but it wouldn't take many, maybe one or two LPs, to cover all that, and then we get paid at closing.
Uh,
If we,
what's the sale price on that one?
I
If
don't,
you remember off the top of your head. And that's what we can discuss a couple deals.
yeah, I think one. Did I print? No, I didn't print that off. Let's see. Um, Sorup. It was Stigler. That's what it was. There it is. Um, 2,250,000.
250. How many units is it?
It's this one was, I think, 48 units.
Dang, that's cheap.
I know it's good. It's got very good, as I say, it's C class, so room for improvement.
Quite a
C
bit. Yeah.
class. It's 6 buildings. It was built in 78. The
Perfect.
NOI is 173.9, and the cap rate is 7.73.
It's okay. Yeah.
Um, Price per unit's 46,875.
That's really cheap.
It's been on the market 250 days, so there's something not quite right.
Something up. Yeah.
But
But
that's only going to increase the seller's motivation. 80% owner carry available on a 30-year amortization. So
38
it's
months.
extremely good.
Yeah.
I
What?
really like that. I mean, 80%. I don't know how the banks will play it, but I'd like to borrow more than 100% if the
Yeah.
owners bring 80. If we could borrow 30%.
I think we could. If as long as the asset, and that's if can you email me that listing, or is that on Craigslist?
Yeah, it's on Craigslist. Let's see if you can access it. I'll put it in the chat.
You don't have to right now. You can do it after the call. I just like to take a look
There
at
it
it.
is. Yeah,
Okay,
click on it.
that's what we can do. Are you in a hurry this evening?
No.
I'm not either.
Why did you say that?
We we might have to do a Google Meet as well.
Yeah, I just want to get through as much as we can because it's really
Right.
cool. Um,
Okay. Okay.
I like the outside of it. It comprises of 6 buildings. It looks like there's plenty of space in between the buildings, maybe for some storage or something. It would be a
Yeah.
good value add.
And the
Uh,
parking, we could add some.
Add some parking, definitely. You don't need all that lawn. The nice
Right.
thing is, if you rip up some of the turf and make extra parking, that makes it cheaper to do the landscaping.
Right. And the good news about that is with my construction business, we can do all that a lot cheaper in house and save a ton of money that way.
Well, you could do that in Oklahoma.
Uh, that's a good question, Graham. And we shouldn't we shouldn't do that in Oklahoma.
That's a bit of gas to get over there, right?
Yeah, that the DOT would be hateful on us. I didn't realize it was in Oklahoma. I see that now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
This
like it
is
as well.
I like it. I like the look of it. It looks smart. The roof looks all right, and
Yeah, and like that brick, yeah, is that brick? Yes. See, we can paint that brick. I mean, get somebody to paint that brick, and that I mean that just pumps the value up, and it
yeah,
really
yeah. So I think
does when they have that painted brick.
it does say it's
Especially
stabilized, but
that's what we're after. That's a,
yeah, it says it's stabilized, which is a good thing. Um, it's C class, but I think we could raise it to B. I'm not sure why they're classifying it as C. Maybe if you could ask Ellie and find out why. They say they renovated it in 2022, so it's really kind of cool. If we go to the images, I don't know whether they have any inside. Um, there's a lot of land around it. Good deal of land. Wow. Might be worth removing the trees. Oh, we lost him.
two of them
There we go. There we go.
now. Then
I had a good look at there's a little bit of confusion with the pictures and what it comprises of exactly. But we
that
could
the
look at
property in
that.
Oklahoma.
Because there's three whitish buildings and they're crowded together. And it looks
Yeah,
like it's very muddy and it needs redoing that car park. Um, and I'm not sure how the roof is done there. It's not very good pictures, but
right. Yeah, that's what they were saying. We want to stay away from flat roofs. I think Fannie and Freddie.
yeah, these aren't flat though. They are graded, but
Okay, we
it
should
just
be
looks
good.
a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm afraid to click back on it because I'm afraid it'll kick me out again.
Yeah,
I need to. I gotta upgrade my computer. I've got an older Acer Chromebook. It's time for an upgrade.
yeah. No worries at all. That's fantastic. All right. So, yeah, I've been on a lot of Zoom calls today. There seems to be a lot. And when I'm on the Zoom calls, I network and fill up my calendar. So I've got a little thing I say that I'm interested in multifamilies and it attracts those people who are in multifamilies rather than just networking with random people.
Right.
So that's a nice daily activity as well that I wrote down that we could be doing. So I did
That's
a
good.
live YouTube. I did my second episode
Okay.
on that. So I'd like you to look at that. I know they're crappy, but
No.
I'd like you to look at them and just so we can get a subscriber. I don't
Yeah.
think really discuss and maybe make a comment and see if we can get a few more viewers. The idea of that is obviously to attract people to the multifamily idea. I've called
Yeah.
it what have I called it? Demystifying. Let's let's see, go to my channel. I forgot what I call it. I'm gonna plan on going live every day. So I
Okay.
called it Demystifying the World of Large Multifamily Investing.
I like that. I like
So
that.
that's why I'm gonna post one of those every day. And it's largely a vlog. I'd
Hmm.
encourage you to do that as well. Um, do a YouTube and let's get this social media going. And then I make several Facebook posts as well. I've updated my banners on Facebook and LinkedIn. I did that yesterday, in fact. Did you see that?
I did. I saw where you at. We connected on there today.
Yes, that's right. So I got that new banner. I got that. What's your feedback on that?
I like it. I think it looks well. I'm still. I need to go get a actual headshot taken of myself. I
Hmm.
need to do that. I've got that scheduled for Saturday. So hopefully
Okay, very good. That's
we'll get
excellent. Yeah,
we'll get it suited up. So but yeah, I like yours. I think it looks good.
good, fantastic. Yeah, did you have any more thoughts about those are all my wins today? Did you have any more thoughts on our business name so we can work on an
Um,
email and things like that?
yeah, I did. I've started Diamondback Capital, and then I figured you start yours, and then the one we do together.
Hmm.
Here's the thought: Allied Capital Partners.
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
know if you like that, and if you don't like that, that's fine. It's just
yeah.
I don't know. Allied. I don't know why that come to me, but that was
Okay.
one. Do you have
All
any
right.
ideas?
I wonder if we can allied. Let me write that down. Allied capital partners. Okay. It's very that's very, shall we say, typical, very safe, isn't it?
Yes.
And one of the things I liked about Eric's story about how he came up is Skibbies, isn't it? His is
Yeah.
Skibbies. And he had it his company named something else, and he got an inspiration for Gibbies. Do you remember it was like a restaurant or
Yeah.
something
Yeah. It was where
where
he
they
and
where they
it took
met?
his wife out on dinner.
Yeah, that's right. So I wondered if there was something unique for us because we met over my car being towed,
Right.
and I'm going to record that story sometime. I can perhaps interview you or something, and
Be
you
great.
can show off your skills and knowledge. And
I don't know about all that, Graham.
oh, I do. I because we want to dispel anybody who thinks you're not worthy, because you are absolutely
Thank you.
worthy, and I want
Thank
people to see that. So
you.
that will be the
That's very
idea of that. So I'm trying to think if we could have something that reflects that. The story may not necessarily the story, but will make people. Oh, why did you name it that?
right, right.
And then then the story tumbles out, and
We can get that.
yeah, and that makes it more human, right? And so
I see
that,
what you're saying. I think that's a good idea. We'll brainstorm. I'll brainstorm, and you
yeah,
brainstorm, and we'll email and figure it out, and
yeah,
meet together and go from
yeah,
there.
yeah. Because
I agree.
I think that would be kind of cool. Because I mean, how does an old dude like me end up with a young dude like you?
A
That
young man
doesn't
like
normally
myself.
happen, right?
That's pretty wild. Yeah, it is.
So, and also, I mean, there used to be a great comedy actor on television. I mean, you can still look them up. Laurel and Hardy. Has you ever come across that pair?
Never come across that one.
Okay. I wonder.
That might be before my time.
Yeah, oh, it was. It was before my time, so it's definitely
Was it?
before your time,
It's
right?
definitely before mine.
But I'm gonna see if I can bring up uh, an episode and see what. Okay, let's do that. And then maybe this will inspire us watching a little clip.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Let's see. I think I can share my screen. Oh, yeah, there we go. Uh, oh, watch this.
Okay. Or
Can you see it all right?
yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see if this inspires us.
That's the young man and the old man.
Don't push it up until I tell you. Oh, well, put on another extension. There isn't any more. Well, do something. I don't want to stay up here all day.
Oh, yanked you now.
You can see what's going to happen, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
You'll stick that enough in there. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh. Good Lord.
They were always getting into trouble.
I got you.
Yeah. And
Oh,
the contrast between them, one's clumsy and one's
yep. The perfect team right there.
And one disaster leads to another.
I'm not sure.
I have nothing to say. You attend to your way, and I'll attend to mine.
Anyway, that's
Oh, that's neat.
that's Lauren and Hardy, and there are others as well in the comedy scene,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's just the contrast, and I'm thinking if people when they see us together, well, how did a guy come with an old guy,
Yep. Yep.
Then we'll say our name, and they'll say, "Oh," or they'll say, "What's that about?" And well, that's how. Well, there's a story behind that, and we tell the story, So
Yes.
I
Yeah.
got
Well,
no, that's
I'll
fun
start
stuff.
thinking up some names relevant to that, and you too, and
Yeah,
we'll pick one, and then we'll
yeah,
go from there,
yeah. Maybe it'll make them laugh, or
or
be
at least
interested, and we get them talking, and it might be an easy way in, because
definitely
we'll give a business card and I'll have a name on there, and they'll say, "Oh, how did you come out with that?" You know?
you get all that, and it'd be a good story, and
Yeah.
that could do us well. I mean, it really
Yeah.
could.
I think
And
that was the biggest takeaway from Eric's, when he changed his business name, because it can't be easy to actually change a business name when you've already started, right? It gets
yeah, it
expensive, especially
has
with marketing and your materials and everything else. So it's good to figure it out really early,
definitely
Yeah.
yes, because like you just said, it's a hassle changing a name. I mean, all
Yeah.
your accounts and everything has to be changed.
Yeah, and it might even be on your bank account, right?
Yeah,
Which it is because
it
you're
is. Yeah, and you got
LLC and everything like that.
that's a
So,
mess. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. What was I thinking? Oh, did you get a chance to look at that 104 unit? It's not for sale right now, but I don't. I looked at the tax record on it, and it was sold in 2011. I sent
Okay.
you an
What was
email.
the address again? I'll look it up for you.
It's 126.
Hang on.
No, maybe it's 124.
See.
Try 124, Graham.
Put it in the chat and I'll just copy and paste it.
Okay, let me find it right quick. I think I sent you an email with a link to the website. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. I know you probably did. Multifamily.
Be from the Outlook email. 124. That's it. Okay, I'll send it to you here in the
All
chat.
right. And we got a 10-minute warning. Oh, I'm still recording.
That it looks nice, and they've got a nice website. It's got a swimming pool, a fitness center, picnic area, on-site manager, on-site maintenance staff, 24-hour emergency maintenance staff.
And what's the location? What's the city on that one?
It's in Kingsport. It's pretty much in the heart of Kingsport. It's right across from the hospitals and the medical centers. You can kind of see that in one of the pictures there. It's across from that. It's not far from the high schools. It's a pretty good location.
All right.
But the only, like I said, the only issue, it's not on market, so I don't know,
That
what they're
doesn't
wanting to
matter.
do.
That's a good idea. Oh, I think it might be on the market. It
Is
says,
it actually?
oh no, it's not. No. All types. Oops. Here it is. Okay. Let me share my screen again.
It'd be great.
Okay. So we've got it's been owned since 2012. It was
Yeah.
sold for 2.1 million at the time. Year built 69, 12 buildings. And we can write down I got the contact information. I can skip trace. And the name is Michael McLennan. If you want to write that down.
Yep, that's. I think I found.
Did you know that already?
I can't remember if I found that or not. I think I went through Tennessee property data.
Okay.
MICH.
See. Oh,
Okay, I've got that down.
It's name and it's 42. It's the first number 423-968 2915. And if you like, we can both call him if you like. You know.
I think that would be good. We could get on and we could put together a little plan, on our call with him and
Yeah.
see. Which go back up there actually, Graham. Did that say mortgage through ECU?
Property details, building, property history, buyer, borrower, mortgage amounts.
Eastman Credit Union. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Normally, you don't. Most folks around here don't really do any investments with Eastman Credit Union. That's weird. Eastman Credit Union is a killer. God, at that interest rate.
Yeah. It's a 26-year, but it's a low interest rate. So this would be a really good buy. We could do a subject to there,
It'd be a perfect subject to buy.
Mm.
How could we do a subject to and keep the rate and pay him out?
No, we don't pay him out.
No,
We
you just
keep,
take over the loan.
yes, that's right. Make the payments each month, which would be great because it makes it easier on the capital raise, right? I mean, both this one and the one I showed you are great starters because we haven't built up our capital raises yet.
Right.
So that would be a really good place to start on the multifamilies as a first deal. Get some money in our pockets, as it were.
And I ran some numbers on that, just some soft ideas. Average unit price right now is like around 100 to 120,000. So I did it $100,000 unit at $10.4 million, which is high considering what he paid for it. But that was 10 years ago. So I mean,
Yeah,
you got to take that into account. So I did it, and if we split our acquisition fee on that one,
yeah.
no. This is a different property. This is a smaller on a $3 million property. If we both, if we split our acquisition fee, we did 2.5% each. That's what we both took home. I think it was around 75 grand on a $3 million deal.
I'm not going to complain about that, gonna.
I'm not either, and that's 75 for me, and that's 75 for you.
That's great, and we're both in the program all the way,
Right.
then, aren't we? Yeah.
We're full. We're good to go then. Yeah,
Yeah, with a little bit of spending money, and
that's right.
that's very
That's
nice. Yeah, that's right.
that's what I was thinking, and I'll feel free if you find a deal like that one, just shoot me an email and I'll take a look when I can, and I'll do the same to you,
Yeah,
and I'll just send you deals, and we
yeah,
can look at them and get together, and
yeah, yeah.
um. So our team, that's where I'm at in the course, is building our team, putting that together and stuff.
Oh, right.
Um,
Okay. What day is that?
I'm on week 2, day 5, I think.
Okay.
Week 2,
All
day
right.
5,
Are
something
you
in there.
doing them like one day at a time? Is that how you?
Yeah. I have been until today because, like I said, the construction business, we are still at a standstill in it. So I've been home all day on the phone. So I spent a lot of time. I think I went and did 2 days, 3 days today, or something like that, something small. So I
Very
got a
good.
little bit getting caught up a little bit.
Very good. And have you met with Ellie yet? Have you had a coaching session with her?
So I had the group coaching session she had with all of us last Monday, but she didn't have one this Monday. She
Okay.
did send us a text to the chat, but we didn't have a Zoom call. I've contacted her about that. And here's something else I was thinking. I think are we gonna need a sponsor?
Yes, we will need a
Need
sponsor.
a sponsor.
Yeah.
I figured so.
Would
And
she be our sponsor?
that's what I was thinking, and maybe
Yeah.
she will be. I'm not
Right.
sure, but if not, maybe because like I said, we don't have access yet to that group chat, so I don't really know. Other than just telling her, say, hey, this is the deal we've got. We need a sponsor. I think that would be our best bet. Put
Yeah.
a deal together and say, hey, we need a sponsor. And so either she could be a sponsor. If it's a good enough deal, I feel like she wouldn't have any issue putting us in touch with somebody that would sponsor us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just And I don't have any issue of giving up equity to people in the deal. I have no issue with
No,
that.
no,
It doesn't
no
matter. I
issue
mean,
at all.
that's how we make money here.
And if
So
she
I just
says no, I can go to my network because I'm a Pacers and I've got the Gator. I'm an elite Gator in Pacers group. So I, I'd find a sponsor.
that's good.
If
If
she
we
says
can,
no,
yeah,
then I can do that.
that's good. That's if we can get a good sponsor just to do, expect probably a couple of deals. And see, the only thing that worries me doesn't worry me. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Like if we did, let's say that we bought that 104 unit complex for 10 million.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to have somebody that has either that much liquidity or their net worth is at least that 10.5 million. So that's a little bit harder to find than a $3 million property. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, if you remember, it's not the full amount; it's 10%.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, all you need is an accredited investor on this to be a sponsor.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
that our sponsor can be an accredited investor.
Yes.
Gotcha. Good. That's good. So we don't have to
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
as big as the net worth.
Yeah, obviously they've got to own multifamily. They've got to remember have the net worth, and they've got to have a similar assets experience.
That's that
So
experience.
that's not going to be hard to find with the concept I had today either. So I mean that'll be pretty neat.
He could put that together. You think?
Yeah. I
That'd
think
be
so.
great.
It's
If
just
if
a
we
case
could,
of asking, so
right, that'd be great. And that's what I think. And this is just ideas. I think that myself and yourself, we need to narrow down what roles we want to play on these. Like how many units we want to buy. Roughly. I think we need to stay under 100 on our first deal.
maybe so.
Uh,
We're under a minute, so we're
oh,
going to
okay.
be going. But I've enjoyed the call, and maybe we can. If you think it's a good idea, maybe we can meet again tomorrow. Will it be
I
okay?
think I think that'd be good if it's good with you. I'd be happy to.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. All right.
Sounds
We
good.
got
I'll
a bit of homework to do, and I'll think about the sponsor on it. And the first deal, I think if we can do over 100, that'd be good. I know what you're saying about the sponsor, but I think we can do it. This if the seller carries back, then makes
especially
yeah.
if the seller carries it back, we can do it. But it's been a pleasure. I know we're running out of time,
Yeah.
so
All
but
right.
it's been fun. So I'll
It
speak with you in
does.
the morning.
Thank you.